So never say goodbye. Not even gravity can pull you down. You're the wild, the wave, the crowd. Yeah, you reach the skies on one pass. In your head, the future's caught on nowhere. That you know what the hell were you thinking? You laugh as the eye keeps the daylight blinking. Every day's a question of some disguise. With James in the storm. The dream never died. Dream. All right. Good evening, good evening, good evening. And how are we doing today? How are we doing today? Good evening, everyone. My name is James. This is Dividend Stock Talk, brought to you by the 10-Minute Trader, where I invest in dividend stocks for weekly cash flow. That's it, weekly cash flow. I'm looking for a simple, safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. Yes, I know that is more than a 50% per year, and it makes me absolutely happy. All right, that being said, read just iPhone. Farmer Dan, how are you doing today? All right, what do we have? All right, live. Oh, one more. Here we go, start streaming. Here we go. Okay, I gotta turn that way so it's not, okay, it's not reflecting on my screen, making it difficult for me to see. Glasses out of the way. All right, I think we're ready to roll. We are ready to roll. There we go. All right, let's start from the very beginning. Who's in the house? Who do we have? All right, we have in the house, we have Norm, Econ, Utilico, how you doing, brother? Sally, good evening. Henry, Rudy, Crypto Rich Bitch, woohoo! Want to take a look at Exxon Mobil? We'll take a look at Exxon Mobil, hold on. XOM, first on the list? Hell no. Haha, sorry, dude, I don't buy anything at the high. Nope. Foo, how are you doing today? How does Exxon Mobil? Yeah, okay, fine. No Velasquez, good evening. Okay, Amkey, what's going on? Thank you there, Oscar's house. Bouquets Music. 2SS Camaro. Ooh, had one of those a long time ago. Scarlett Williams, how you doing today? Thank you for that, please, just once. I'm perfectly fine with seeing it once, okay? JPB Webb. Michelle, Mabel, Clement Mannion, okay. Ready to Shred, Shino, VFC. Ooh, interesting. VFC, take a look at that. Nice. Good evening, Mr. Doug Scott. How you doing today? All right, let's keep on going. All right, Fufu, we're going to take a look at this in a second. Doctor, how you doing? TJ, what's going on? Build it up. Okay. Chevy wants to take a look at Axon. Okay, we'll take a look at Axon in a minute. All right, who do we have over here? Over here we have Gigi. Good evening, Gigi. Terry Patterson, how you doing? Diana. How you doing, Miss Diana? Etta. Okay. Oh, is that E-Dog? Sorry, E-Dog. I thought it was Etta, but okay. George Batts, how you doing? Diana, thank you for that, Diana. E-Kong, thank you. Rupee, good evening. Inti Desi, okay. Farmer Dan, just read the iPhone, okay. KB, how you doing? Hold on. Fufu, a lot of very good stocks are off their highs. I remember I used to tell you, and you'd immediately say no because they're too high. Well, why would I buy at the high? It just doesn't make sense. I mean, think about it. Stocks go up, they hit a high, and then they drop back down again. It just makes sense. Ben, Dale 10, good evening. Thomas Tamain, okay. Ben, do you believe they charge $10 a beer in Huntington Beach? Don't know, don't care. I'm not really a beer drinker in Huntington Beach. I have no idea what that is. You are right. I'm glad I didn't buy at the highs. Okay, that works. JT, how you doing? Okay, Crypto Rich Bitch, we are looked at ExxonMobil. Didn't Skeet Hansen interview you? No, he did not. Snyder, BlackBerry, you got to give me the ticker symbol because BlackBerry, I don't even believe people still use those things. Diana wants to take a look at Tesla. Okay, Miss Diane, we'll take a look at Tesla. Snyder wants to take a look at BB. All right, sit tight. Sit tight, sit tight. Big Brain is back with that ENBN bridge. Okay, he likes it. Good for him. All right, so that being said, the first one on the list today is going to be VFC. Let's take a look at it. Now, anytime you see me do anything, it's always going to be the same. 1, 2, 3, A, B, C. I've been doing this for quite a while, and it is, if you think about it, kind of boring because it's the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. It's just, a new week, a new day, a new quarter, whatever. But here we are. We're looking at VFC. Now, I look at things strategically. Goat, how you doing there, Mr. Goat? All right, so we're going to take a look. The way I normally do things, I'm looking for 5 things. Anytime I see a chart, I'm looking for 5 things. And they're easy to see. They're so easy, you can take a look and go, oh, that's easy. You ready? Number 1, the high. Number 2, where's the bottom? Number 3, where was it a year ago? That's way over here. And 4, where is it now? Then we look at number 5 is the motion. What has it been doing? Dropped, shot up, back down. Simple. Down, up. Basically what it did. Takes less than 3 to 4 seconds to see that. You ready? High, low, was, is, down, up, down. Less than 4 seconds. Now, after we do that, we want to take a look at the numbers because I got 5 simple rules. Okay, we're going to get in those rules in just a minute. But here we go. Here's the current price, $15.96. So if I'm going to buy it tomorrow morning, I'm going to be paying $15.96. And if I sell it, I'm going to use a covered call, which we're going to get into in a little bit. But what does that say? We can see the other room on TikTok. The other room? Oh, okay. All right. So, what am I buying it for? The closest strike price to $15.96 is going to be 16. Okay, 4 cents off, right there. And 16 is paying 22 cents a share, which is more than 1.5%. Now, if I'm looking for just 1% a week, well, sure, I'm going to look at 1.5. That just makes sense. We got some noise over here. All right, I got someone with. I got to mute someone. Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Ruben. Ruben, we got to mute you. Mute. And who else? Okay. And Doug Scott, we got to mute you also. If you guys have questions, just unmute yourself and speak up. Okay. But the feedback is coming through. All right. So after we figured out, yeah, it's more than 1.5%, why not do it? The questions you should be asking yourself are pretty simple. First question is, does it make sense? It either makes sense or it doesn't make sense. Number 2, do you like this company? That's a big one. Okay, now you may not even like VFC, the VF Corporation. On March 18th is coming out. Okay, lovely. All right, JT, we're going to take a look at those in a minute, all right? Sit tight. All right, so the numbers work. The motion looks good. Well, let's zoom into that area right there to see where do we think it's going next. Now, if you've been following me around for a while, you will know that I love a 30-day high, drops down to a 30-day bottom, and I want to bounce off that 30-day bottom, but it's not doing it yet. Right there's where we are today. So looks like, hold on. It looks like Thursday was a 30-day bottom. And then Friday was 1 day higher. Now, I like 2 days to the upside. On the third day, I would jump in. So for those of you who like this, well, let's see what it looks like. Okay? Very simple to do. Ooh, wow. Okay, we're going to go to, very first thing we're going to do, we're going to change it from single to covered call. Because a covered call is one of the safest trading strategies there is. Okay, simple, safe, predictable. This is what I like. All right, so, holy cow, we're at 1624, 1650s. Let's do the 16s. Right there, 16s. 16s, there we go. One contract. And here is what the numbers should look like. One covered call, VFC, 20th of March. Well, that means it's going to expire this coming Friday. The $16 call option, because right now, it's $15.92. Okay. $51 is my profit. I know, it doesn't sound like a lot, but hold tight as we bring up the calculator. We'll do a rate of return. Now, we're doing rate of return weekly. Because think about it, I'm jumping into my stocks, okay? Every 5 days or every Monday, I sell a covered call against every one of my positions, so it brings me in money every single week. It just makes sense. Okay, so 51 is the profit, 1,500 is the investment. We're going to need a calculator for this. And there's the calculator. Okay, 51 is the profit. The investment is going to be 1,549. And that comes to a grand total of 3.2%. Okay, who do we have down here? Vigilante! What are you doing trading tomorrow? Vigilante, that's what we're looking at today, brother. Sit tight, pay attention. Gaming. Look at Kimberly Clark. Ooh, I like Kimberly Clark. So we're going to save this one because 3.2. Yeah, buddy, I like 3.2. For 1 week, why not? Because if 1% per week, think of it this way. If 1% every single week is over 50% per year, why wouldn't I want to do one that's 3%? Think about it. It just makes sense. Was it 3.2, was it? 3.2. All right. Oh, here we go. There it is right there. And there we have it. VFC 20 March. That's this coming Friday. The $16 call option. Here's my profit. Here's my investment for a 3.2. We got noise back here. What do we got? Who's there making noise? It is. They beat me to it. They beat me to the, what do you call it? So who do we have here? Doug Scott. How you doing, Doug? Alexander. How you doing? Okay, so 3.2. I like that. Let's get rid of this. And put this one right there. Let's do a little bit of this. We'll do that. We will do this. And we will go like Monday. This is for tomorrow, Monday. And this one was 3.2, wasn't it? 3.2. Gotta love it. Next. What do we have next? Oh, gaming wants to take a look at Kimberly Clark, KMB, Dividend King Extraordinaire. Gotta love Dividend Kings. 5 decades of consistent profits. Well, why not? Kimberly Clark, KMB. Ooh, well, it's going to be a no today. However, Wait a minute, TikTok camera is off center. Wrong way. Oh, right there. There we go. Okay, so this one is, oh, wait, that's just me. That's no big deal. It's this one. Okay, turn that one a smidge. There we go. That one works. Works. Okay. All right. La 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 la. Okay. La la. Okay. Diana wants to look at Tesla. We're gonna look at Tesla in a second. Hold tight. Kimberly Clark. Now, I love Kimberly Clark. I do, but this is not the time for jumping into Kimberly Clark. Now, the reason I'm saying that is look at this right here. Here's the top. Here's the bottom. Here it was. Is look at this. Down, up, down. No, it's just no, not this week. Okay, shoots up, pulls back. Now, right there looks like Thursday was the bottom. Okay, 30-day top, 30-day bottom, and Friday was higher. Down, bouncing up. So we are going to keep our eye on Kimberly Clark for this upcoming week. KMB. That works for me. All right, so what's your edge against a potential oil stock? My edge against an oil stock? I just won't buy them. It's actually that simple. Okay, you make it sound like it's complicated. It's not really complicated. Okay, I do a 5 day, what do you want to call it? Stint? Is that right? That a good word? 5 day stint? Which means I'm just looking for 5 days, Monday through Friday. Take a look at an oil stock, XOM. Whoops. Real quickly, XOM. Okay, why do I want to jump into that mess? Like, yeah, no thank you. Occidental Petroleum, OXY. Yeah, no thank you. CBX, Chevron. Yeah, no thank you. What's the other one? Other one. BP, British Petroleum. Yeah. Oil stocks are all at a high. Now, I don't buy anything at a high, and I don't care what it is. Seriously, I don't care what it is. I have no desire to buy anything at the high. No, it just doesn't make sense. For me, it doesn't make sense. You want to do it, hey, more power to you. I just don't. To me, it's just no. I don't know how many other ways to say no. I don't buy at the high. I don't care what, no, I can't think of any other way to say it other than no. No, niet, nada. I got to come up with a few other ways of saying no. All right, so someone right there, Diana wanted to take a look at Tesla. TSLA. Now, Tesla, I have a minor issue with Tesla because Tesla doesn't have dividends, which means we cannot track it. So we're just guessing, okay? The stock goes up, down, 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 up, down. That's what it does. There's no predictability to Tesla. Now, dividend stocks do have predictability. That's why I like it. But Tesla, I am going to start investing in Tesla only because what that boy is doing is just all over the place. You can't beat him. You can't. Take a good deep look at everything that he's doing. You just can't get away from it. So we are going to have to figure out how to jump into Tesla and how to take advantage of it. Well, at this moment in time, here's your high. She drops down, back up. Now she's coming back down again. But overall, it's coming down. How far down is it going to go for you to say, you know what? I'm okay with the risk. Well, I'm not. So for me, it's a no at this moment in time. All righty. So that was Diana said that. Just read the iPhone. Got it. ExxonMobil, blah, blah, blah. We looked at Tesla. Peter wants to take a look at Delta Airlines. Okay, now this is interesting. The top, the bottom, where was it? Where is it? Down, up, down, up. It's actually turning right there if you like Delta Airlines and you're okay with what's going on in the economy. last 30 days will take us right there. Okay? So 30 days ago, we're right here at 72. We dropped 55, back up, back down. Now we have one day to the upside. Just one. Okay? Bottomed out Thursday. Now we're going back up again. So Delta Airlines, you may or may not like it, but does it make sense? Okay? Santiago, how are you doing today? KB, what's going on? Laurie, we can see the other room on TikTok. Okay. Now, this week, we are going to be adding another TikTok channel, and that is going to be for my grandson. Oh, by the way, he's going to be here tomorrow. So tomorrow night, my grandson will be here, and we'll be doing his strategy tomorrow night. Shopperlative, Ed, how you doing? GD, how you doing? Jag Trucker, what's going on? Shopperlative wants to take a look at Verizon. Hell no. No. How many times do I got to say I don't buy anything at the high? So Shopperlative, you should know. You should have looked at it before you want me to look at it. Cars, GD, General Dynamics. Not quite sure what to make of this thing, but take a look. I don't know. There's the top, the bottom. Look at this. Up, down, up, down, up. Okay, let's zoom into that, see what it looks like. What does it look like it's doing? Okay. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Now she's going back up again. But is she? Because Thursday we're down here. Friday gapped up, and then pulled back. So is it still coming down? Looks that way. Slide over, see the other room. I don't know why we want to slide over and see the other room. They're all basically the same. Stephen Gomez, how you doing? Kiki love me. Oh, Kiki, come on. BP Bohare. Let's take a look at Macy's. I love me, Macy's. I do. However, Macy's in free fall at the moment. The top, the bottom, where was it? Where is it? Down, up, down. So not this week. Now, I'm short on Macy's at 12. So yeah, I want this baby to keep coming down. Happy times, T-Pet. What the heck does T-Pet mean? Hell no. Sorry, happy times. Laurie, adjust the screen on TikTok so we can see the chart. All right, Laurie, I already did that. Tree Frog, the TikTok camera's off center. We can't see the left. I already did that. List for tomorrow. Yep, that's going to be on, what do you call that? The Patreon and the Discord. Okay, so Big Brain is back again with ENB, Enbridge, yay, woohoo, don't care. He likes giving me a hard time about it. Take a look. Okay, 30 days ago, we're at 50, jumps up to 54.50. Now she's dropping. Okay? It's dropping. Here's the top here. She's dropping, and it's a monthly. So as much as Big Brain likes this, for me, it's a no, 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 and no. Sorry, Big Brain. You can love all you want. Top was 2 weeks ago. Now she's dropping. And what else I don't like about this? Look, 54 doesn't even have a 54. But the 55 is going for 20 cents. That's not even a 0.5%. No. No, and car guy, how are you doing today? Simone is in the house. Woo! Okay, River Lundy, how you doing today? BP Bahari, let's look at Oracle. ORCL. Interesting. We'll look what's going on with Oracle. We should go this way. Okay, here's the top, the bottom. Where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Down, up, down, up, down. Okay, now I like Oracle. I do. I got a bunch. But here's the issue with Oracle. Here's the high. Here's the low. Shoots up, pulls back. Shoots up, now it's pulling back. Don't get me wrong. I like it, but I'm thinking maybe a week or two. Not this week, but next week. We don't have very much for next week. Oh, RCL next week. All right. IREN. LKS Corner. IREN. IREN. IREN Limited. Okay. Interesting. Let's take a gander. You ready? The top, the bottom. Where was it? Where is it? Shoots up, pulls back. Shoots up, pulls back. Now she's going back up again. Or is she? Did she slow down? Looks like she did. Okay. 30-day high. 30-day bottom. Now she's going up. But Friday pulled back. It went from 35 to 44. That's $9. Okay, you do realize, let's zoom in a little closer for those who don't really count very well, okay? The top, 47, dropped to 35. From 35 bottom to 44 is $9. 35 to 44 is $9. $9 on a $36 stock, yeah, that's more than 20%. It's closer to 30%. Yeah, I don't think so. Okay, so LK's Corner, IREN 50% off the high with a new deal for their 1.4 GW coming. 1.4 GW coming. I have no idea what the hell that means. All right, IREN. IREN. I have no idea who this company is or what they do. What the hell is that? Okay, so I got a minor problem with IREN. IREN. There's no dividends. So how do we know what this thing is doing? Let's take a look at statistics for a second. What are the statistics for this company? Because, you know, you're not the only one who wants to take a look at this. Because people have been asking me about this thing for a while. Okay, I got a minor problem with this thing. Profit margin, 51%. That's nice. That's the profit margin. We got a minor problem, though. Operating margin, negative 45%. Return on assets, negative 1.4. Revenue per share, $2.95. It's not a lot. The balance sheet, blah, 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 ratio. Book value is $7.50. Leverage free cash flow, negative 1.25 billion. Negative 1.25 leverage free cash flow. So, no, I don't like these numbers. And it has no dividends. And there's nothing there. Short float, blah, 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 52-week high, 5 to 786. That's way too much movement. Take a look at that. The 52-week low is $5. The high is $76. That's a huge, yeah, I'm going to pass on this one. The numbers are just all over the place. I like safety. I'm totally sorry. I like safety as opposed to profitability. Call me weird if you like. All right. Okay, got that one. Shortstop 300. How are you? Simone, my friend, looks. Oh, Simone wants to take a look at Harley Davidson. Interesting. Got a minor problem with Harley. The top. Here's the top. Here's the bottom. Back up, back down. Not doing what we wanted to do. Look at this. Whoops. I hate it when it does that. Okay, 30-day high. Drops back up, back down. So we're looking for a new bottom for Harley Davidson. Not this week. Not this week. Vin, how you doing, Vin? 6 ride. R6 ride. Try Altria. You didn't like Walmart last week, but might today. Okay, sit tight. We'll take a look at it. Altria, MO. Okay, got a minor problem right there. What do you see? The top, the bottom, where was it? Where is it? Down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, what's going on? Let's zoom in, find out. Okay, last 30 days. Shoots up, pulls back, back up. The bottom was Thursday. Friday is one day. We got all that space. Doesn't make sense. I like Altria. It's one of those companies been around for decades. Okay, we'll look at the 68s for Altria. I like 68 for Altria. Right there. There it is. 68 Altria. We want to do just one contract, so not scare you guys away with what 10 looks like. Come on. There we go. There we go. One. Whoops. Too far. Okay. And here we go. Here are the numbers. Altria. One covered call. 20 March. That's this coming Friday. The $68 call option. That's $68.02. That's the current price, $68.02. All right. $87 is the profit, $6,700 is the investment. So what is the rate of return? It's more than 1%. So let's save this one. This is number 2 for the night, Altria. How can you go wrong with Altria? Altria's got 5 decades or more of increased profits. Hell yeah. Altria. All right, save that one right down. Altria Group, there we go, here we go, there we go. And Altria, number 2 for the night. What the hell is this thing? Altria. It's a little bit bigger than I wanted it. There we go. Altria. All right. One covered call, Altria. 20 March, that's this coming Friday. The $68 call option. The stock is currently at $67.91. Okay. 87 is the profit. 6,700 is the investment. Now, you got to put some money up if you plan on getting some rate of return. So let's get the calculator to find out what number that is. Okay, if the profit is 87, the investment 6,700. Well, what does that look like? 67, 7, 13. 60, 13, there we go. Grand total of 1.3%. If you like Altria, what's wrong with 1.3%? I'm looking for 1. This is offering 1.3. Okay. There we go. Number 2, 1.3. 2 down, 3 to go. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Who's next?
First one you found, James.
How are you doing today?
Pretty good, pretty good. What was the first one you found? I'm sorry.
How am I supposed to know? I'm old. That's why I wrote it down. When you get old,
Right.
yeah, no. See, when you get old, you got to write stuff down.
I get it.
In 1 second, what do we got here? VFC.
TFC, okay.
No. V. Victor Frank Charlie.
Okay.
All righty. How's your day? How was your weekend?
Really nice. It was a good weekend.
Anything fun and exciting?
Nothing too exciting. Just hung out with the family. It's always good.
Oh, hanging out with family is always a good thing. All right. What do we got next? That was Altria. All right, next. Let's get rid of that. Get rid of that. Right there. And next on the list. Okay. Guitar guy, thank you for that. Yves Auguste. Eve August wants to take a look at Ford. Now, don't get me wrong, I like Ford, but Ford is not always prime, okay? We're going to say no to Ford because Ford's at a new bottom. However, we are going to keep our eye on Ford because we hit a top 2 weeks ago, dropping. After that nice run up, had a nice run up, now she's coming down. A new bottom right here. So maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day, we just don't know where the new bottom's going to pop up. So we're going to write Ford down, so we'll keep our eye on it. Oh, it's already written down. Superlative, TXRH. So we're going to take a right-hand turn at Texas, THRH. Okay. Texas Roadhouse. Hold on a second. Time out. Texas Roadhouse. Does this thing have any dividends? I mean, are they profitable? Let's find out. TXRH. All right, we want to go to historical data because we want to take a look at the dividends. Renato, what's happening, Renato? You having a good day? Alrighty. All right, so dividends only for Texas Roadhouse. Let's take a gander, shall we? All right, got a minor problem. First minor problem we have is Texas Roadhouse has only been paying dividends since 2011. 2011, what's that? 15 years? Some of you might like 15 years, so let's take a look. Okay, 8, 9, 12, 15, 17, 19, 21, 25, 30, 36, 40, 46, ooh, 55, 61, 68. Well, we've got 15 years of increased profits if you like Texas Roadhouse. Okay. For those of you who like Texas Roadhouse, what is she doing now? Well, take a look. 30-day high, 30-day bottom. She is going up. Okay, there's the bottom. 1, 2, right there. So, yeah, but we're at 170. The 170 is going for 240. Oh, hell yeah, let's do this one. I'm going to write this one down for tomorrow. TXRH. Not normally on my list, but she does have 15. That's 10, 15 years of increased profits. Okay, why not? All right, who do we have here? Tips for engagement. Huge supporter on your live. Invite them to light up a gift if in your gift gallery if you enjoy today's live. Oh, all righty. Load flow, Comcast. We'll take a look at that in a minute. Venom's chassis. New. What good place to start? Robin, it's a great place to start. Lamech, what's happening? Oh, Lamech, thank you for that, brother. All right, so let's do Roadhouse at 170. Why not? I like Roadhouse. Well, do I really? I don't really know them. 170. Wait a second. Hold on. Time out. All right. This happens every once in a while, and it becomes very challenging for us to do anything. Well, let's take a look. The last price was 170.24. So my assumption would be tomorrow morning would be right around 170.24. But look what the market maker's doing. 164 to 200. I can't base numbers off of that because these numbers are all skewed and all messed up. So as much as I'd like to do this, it's just not going to be feasible for us to play around with this one because the market maker is just playing nonsense, so to speak. So I am going to put Roadhouse down for tomorrow, and we'll check it tomorrow morning, and then we'll check it again tomorrow night. But not today. Tony wants to take a look at VTI. What the hell is VTI? Never a good sign, Tony, if I have to ask, what is VTI? Vanguard Total Stock Market ETF, no. I don't do monthlies. Sorry, no. 6 Ride BTI. Again, I don't do monthlies. Monthlies, see, rule number 4 is weekly options only. All right, about there. Stand on business. How you doing? Niculator, how are you? Cash. Okay. Load flow dispatch. Cisco, you say, huh? CSCO. CSCO. Cisco. Cisco. Okay, so here we go. Here's the top. Here's the bottom. Here's where we were. Here's where we are. Look at this. Down, up, down, up. So what's going on there? That actually looks pretty good. Let's zoom in. Okay. We had our top, had our bottom, shoots up, pulls back. Now we're going up again. That looks pretty good. The 78s are going for 146, which is close to 2%. If you like Cisco. Well, I like Cisco. No. Just because I like it, it doesn't mean that it's a what do you call that? It's not a tip. It's not advice. It's an observation. Okay? So, the 178s, you say. Okay, let's do the 178s. Sorry, the 78s. There we go, 78, one contract right there, and here's the number. One covered call, 20 March, it's this Friday, 78 call off to 122, 7,600. Hell yeah, let's take this one. Take one. Let's take it to the limit one more time. Just put me on a highway and pull me aside and take it to the limit one more time. All right, here we go. What is this one? Cisco. Cisco kid was Cisco. 20 March, 78 call option. 122 is the profit, 7,600 is the investment. Calculator, if you may. 122 divided by the investment that we're putting up, 76.78. Grand total of 1.6. 1.6 for 1 week. But the catch, are you ready for the catch? You gotta like the company. You got to say to yourself, all right, I like this company. I don't mind putting my money into this company. And that's a you thing. Definitely not a me thing. Okay? You got to figure out what works for you. I'm just some bonehead online. You shouldn't listen to me. What the hell do I know? Was it 1.6? Was it 1.6? Yeah, 1.6. Thank you. 1.6. Cisco. Who sang that song? Cisco kid was a friend of mine. LKS Corner. 1.4 gigawatts of power being energized in April. 10 billion Microsoft deal, new deals coming. Okay, you do know that doesn't mean anything to me. Okay, I take a look at things one at a time. I do not put my money into a stock and just let it sit. No, it's got to bring me in some cash flow every single week. Mark, Whirlpool is a monthly, and that's going to be a no. LK's Corner, those numbers will look way better by the end of the year. Let me see if I can explain something to you that you'll understand. Okay? Axon. Okay, Chevy, you want to take a look at Axon, AXON. We'll take a look at that in a second. But for you, okay, just because those numbers look like they'll be good by the end of the year, you do realize we're still in the first quarter. Okay, we're in the month of March. Okay, I have bills that need to be paid on a weekly and a monthly basis. There's no bone in my body that's going to put anything into something and have me wait 9 months to see what comes out. Sorry, that just doesn't work for me. Thank you. Respect and safe and steady approach. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I like safe and steady. It works for me. Okay, Nick. Okay. Chevy wants to take a look at Axon. I have no idea what Axon is, but all right. I'm sure there's a company out there called Axon. Is that Axon? Axoff? That's a horrible thing. AXON. AXON. Axon Enterprise. No. You waited all that time. You could have looked this up yourself. March, April, June, September, December, January, March, January. No, those are months of the year. No, no, and hell no. Sorry. Julie Bug, I'm in the middle of a podcast. Is there any way I can call you back later?
Well, I'll be sleeping soon. I was just wondering who's coming to spend time with Mommy tomorrow when I leave.
June.
Considering it's June Marie's birthday.
Oh yeah. What time are you leaving?
Well, I plan on leaving here between 2:30 and 3.
I'll shoot down there. Bye. My sister wants to know if someone's coming to take reliever. All right, so I'll do that tomorrow. Squirrel. Yes, Brandon, I have ADD, and I admit it. Squirrel. Yes, I do. I understand that. Since you don't sell, okay, analyze, hold on. Since you don't sell puts, you just buy units of 100 shares and then sell a covered call. Well, once in a while, I will sell a cash secured put if the numbers are working in my favor. That's it. I will take a look. Okay, but here I only give away one trading strategy. I give it to you for free. I don't ask for anything. Okay, we're all adults. We know how it works. Do I have stuff for sale on my website? Yeah, of course I do. Do I have a trading course that people can jump in and join me and trade with me? Yeah, of course I do. But I'm not trying to sell anything here. I'm just giving away free information. And hopefully you guys will buy something. I'm not trying to sell anything, but I'm just saying. Okay, let's keep on going. Keep on keeping on. Nick wants to take a look at hymns. Now, hymns, from what I understand, just got rid of a lawsuit. So, yeah, they bounced off that bottom. Now, I got into hymns at 52. I dollar cost averaged all the way down to 24. Okay? And yeah, I still have some. All right. So, hymns, take a look. Last 30 days. The top, the bottom shoots up. Now she's pulling back. Sorry. SP Springer, what's going on? Brandon Odell, how you doing? Seems low. All right. Lenny Busy. Now, Lenny, you do realize Amazon doesn't have dividends. So without dividends, it's hard to track when is a stock, AMZN, when is a stock going to move? AMZN. Okay? So the reason why I like dividend stocks is because they are predictable. Just before the EX date and just before they pay the dividend, the stock has a tendency to go up in value. So if the stock is going up in value, I want to jump on the bandwagon and take advantage of that. So I don't do Amazon because there's no way to know any type of predictability with Amazon. Let's keep on going. Rich wants to take a look at Pepsi. Brandon Odell, thank you. Rich, Pepsi, dividend king. Yes. Pepsi is a dividend king. Take a look at this movement. The bottom. Sorry, the top, the bottom. Where was it? Where is it? Down, up, down, up, down, up. Definitely bouncing off there. I love that. 30-day top, 30-day bottom. Now she's going up. Let's zoom in a little bit closer. You get a better idea what I'm talking about. 30-day top, 30-day bottom. Look at this. Up, down. Now she's going up. This is Pepsi. Pepsi, Coke. We did this test the other day. Now, Pepsi and Coke, you got the number one soft drink, it's the number two soft drink. Okay, which one's better? We knew that. We found out that Pepsi has a better rate of return. The 159, the 160s are going for 218. Well, let's do this one. This one looks good. I like Pepsi. Why the hell not? Now, you do know that to be a dividend king, which Pepsi is a dividend king, that's 5, okay? I'm going to do this another way because sometimes people get a little confused when I say 5. Okay? When I say 5, you ready? Here it goes. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. 5 decades. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. 5 decades of increased profits. It's a no-brainer every time it pops up. The only time I don't buy Pepsi is when she's dropping. Okay? 30-day high, 30-day bottom, now she's going up. That just makes sense to me. Call me a weirdo. Weirdo. All right, the 160. Here we go. One contract. Now, you got to decide, okay, how many is okay for you. Because I can show you what one contract's going to go for. You have to decide, well, can I do 10? Can I do 7? Can I do 52? Because we're all different. We all have a different amount of money at our disposal. Okay, so here we go. Pepsi, 20 March, the 160, 245, 15,000. Yeah. It's going to be, yeah, baby. I love me some Pepsi. I like it better if it wasn't so carbonated. You get to a certain point in life where things start bothering you. Now, in my younger days, yep, I could guzzle that stuff down. But nowadays, the carbonation just gets to me. This is number 4 for the day. There it is. Pepsi. All right. Pepsi, 20 March, the 160 call option. 245 is the profit if you do one contract. And that is going to be 15,700. Well, what's the rate of return? For that, we need the calculator. Profit, 245. Divide that by the investment, 15,755 little ones, comes to a grand total of 1.5. Well, we're looking for 1%. This is a dividend king. They've been in business for over 100 years. They're bouncing off a 30-day top, a 30-day bottom. Now she's bouncing up. It has to make sense to you, not to me. I mean, I'm gonna be looking at it tomorrow morning, and if everything looks good, yeah, I'll buy some. But that's me. You've got to figure out what makes sense for you, okay? Because that's what it always comes down to. Does it make sense to you? All right. So, 1.55. One more. We got to find one more. What do we got? Anybody's game. Ooh, Scarlet Billionaire. Okay, Diana, we already looked at Tesla a little while ago, and I gave you credit for it. I don't know why you weren't paying attention and why you would ask me the same question twice. All right, Hardin, Ben. Unfortunately, Ben, B-E-N, which is Ben Franklin, is a monthly. Yeah, and I don't do monthlies because the numbers just don't work. Not for me anyway. Wrangler, since you don't do puts, we already talked about that one. E.L. Pell on trade memes. Okay, thank you for that. Dan Spry, thank you. Hardin, Clorox. Clorox is another one. CLX, another monthly. Now, don't get me wrong, Clorox is a dividend king. They got 5 decades of increased profits, but they only have monthly options. Now, my rule number 4 is weekly options only. Oh, Warsong Cisco kid. Yeah, okay, thank you. Elude Guerrera, thank you. Danielle Dan, how are you? Is it Daniel Dan or Danielle? Okay, we already looked at Oracle. Lloyd, how you doing? We already looked at Macy's. We already looked at that. Thank you there, Miss Diane. Marconi. ZBNC. Now, this is going to be a no, ZBNC, but I'll look at it anyway. Okay? ZBNC's coming up. We cannot find the symbol. So, no. Oh, wait, ZBCN, sorry. ZBCN. Can't find that symbol either. So, no. Sorry. Tom Held, how you doing? Lisa, good evening. Coho, Dr. Jason, I need to know what you mean by dollar cost average and how you bring the cost down. Oh, dollar cost average. I'm going to make this really simple, Doc. You ready? Here we go. IBM. Okay, let's say I buy some of them at 100. Okay, I got one at 100. Now I buy another one at 50. So now I have two, one at 100 and one at 50. The dollar cost average would be 2 at 75. That's it. Okay? So yeah, the first one I bought at 100, second one I bought at 50. You put the two of them together, your average cost is 75. Added together, 75 and 75 is 150. Well, here you go. 150 is 150. Dollar cost average, 75. Hopefully that made sense. Hopefully that made sense, Doc. Okay, here we go. Okay, Bahari, we already looked at Oracle. Natasha, what is your website to take classes? I want to learn option. All right, you got, hold on. The10MinuteTrader.com. That's it. You can find a link in the bio, by the way, top left corner of your screen. Next. Analyze, got that one. When they pay dividends. Uh-oh. Okay. I'm waiting on an answer to my question. XX4. I stop and I take a look at every single question. XX4, I'm looking for your question. I don't seem to find one. Nope, can't find it. Okay, where is it? All right, okay. So, XX4, you're waiting for an answer to your question. Let me say something and see if you grab this the first time. You ready? Okay. Now, I've been doing this for quite a while. And over the time I've been doing this is year number 3, standing in front of the camera. Hello. So I get some people that blurt out weird crap, so I have to set parameters on words that are unacceptable. If you put an unacceptable word in your question, the question will not pop up on the screen. So you're waiting for a question that I've never seen. Okay? So every single question flashes on my screen, and I stop the roll so that I can read each and every single question. You're waiting for an answer to a question that never showed up on my screen. Rewrite the question. If it doesn't show up again, you're putting something in that question that is not allowed. Sorry, it just is what it is. Bishop, how you doing? Witty Fisk, I'd love your opinion on ticker O. O Realty, you ready? Here we go. Watch how quick this is. Witty Fisk, you ready? Watch this. Ready? There it is. No. That's my opinion on O Realty. I don't even have to take a look at it because I've seen O Realty almost every single week. March, April, June, September, December, January. Rule number 4, weekly options only. That's it. O Realty, no. Okay, Aubin Fluence. Let's take a look at VOO. Now, VOO, you may like it. It's 609 per share. Now, let me show you why I don't like VOO. You ready? Here we go. We're going to go over to Yahoo Finance, and we're going to put VOO into Yahoo Finance. Okay, and I will explain why I don't like VOO. Okay, so here we are, Yahoo Finance, VOO. Now, what we're looking at specifically is the dividends. The dividend, you got two choices. Okay, when you're picking a stock in this category, you got two choices. One, a company that pays a dividend on a whatever basis, annually, biannually, semi-annually, quarterly, or weekly, or monthly. Okay, whatever. I look for anything other than monthly options. I like weekly options. Okay, so the dividend for VOO, right there, Vanguard S&P 500 ETF VOO, it's $609. $609 per share. Now, I'm looking for consistency of profitability. Okay? Let me say it again. Consistency of profitability. And I want 2 decades. 2 decades is 10, 20 years of consistent profits. So, VOO, okay, 609. Let's go all the way back to 2006, because 2006 would be 20 years. And this doesn't have 20 years of profits. Okay? This only goes to 2010. Okay? 2010. It's not 20 years. Okay. Well, now let me show you whether or not this is consistently profitable. Now, my definition of consistency of profitability would be higher returns. The dividend is a portion of the corporation's profits that they give back to us, the investors. Okay? Now, you may say it's an ETF. I really don't care what it is. It is an entity in which you put your money into, and they give you a profit every single month or every single quarter. Well, let's check what the profits look like for VOO. All right, the very first one, 55. The very first one is 55, right there. September 24th, 2010. The second dividend, you ready? Lower, higher, lower. Higher, lower. Higher. Well, that's not that bad, right? Well, let's keep going. Whoops, let's get out of that. So that's 3 times it went down. 1, 2, 3. 3 times it went down. So let's keep on going. 2013, right there. Okay. Higher, lower. Higher, lower. Higher, lower. Higher, lower. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 8 times it went down. Okay, now we're at 2017. Okay, 2017. 8. Okay. 2018. Higher, lower. Lower, higher, lower. Higher, lower. Higher, lower. Higher, lower. Higher. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 more we got to add to that. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, now we're up to 14 times this thing has gone backwards. Don't worry, it gets worse. Hold on. Okay, 2021, 153. 153, there it is right there. Lower, higher, lower. Higher, lower. higher, lower, higher, lower, higher, higher. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more times it went down before it went back up again. Five more times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's not looking very good. Hold on. Let's see if it gets worse. Come on, 2024. Lower, higher, lower, higher, higher, lower, lower, higher. 4 more. One, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 23 times this thing has gone down over the last 20 years. Not even 20 years, 16 years. Hold on. It actually gets worse. If you can believe it, it gets actually worse than this. Okay, so now we're going to go take a look at the summary. And the summary will give you an idea of the performance of this thing. So here we go. Let's check out the summary. Are you ready? You may not like this. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure you're not going to like this. Okay, are you ready? Here it comes. The yield. Whoops. Y-I-E-L-D. 1.12%. Now, explain to me in a manner why I would want to put my money into something that pays 1.12% for the year and it's gone down 23 times. It's gone down 23 times in the last 16 years. How could you possibly say that is a good investment? Seriously. VOO, hell no. No, it just doesn't make sense to me. Not consistently profitable, number one, and the yield is 1.12. I don't even know what the hell you were thinking. No. VOO, no. Hardened, frozen. What is that supposed to mean? Let's keep on going. Okay, modern memory design, Gabelli Trust. You actually got to give me this ticker symbol. Yes, Whitley Fisk, always a win. Okay, Peter, in a bearish market, do you hold back or can you explain? No, I don't explain anything. I don't hold back anything. I don't care if the stock market's going up or the stock market's going down. I really don't care. Really, I don't. I trade on a consistent basis every single week. All right? So as the stocks are going up, great. As the stocks are going down, great. I always buy a good quality company that I don't mind holding because they go up, they go down, they go up, they go down. That's all they do. The idea, the challenge is for you to pick the right strike price that's going to make you money every week and not be in a situation where you lose sleep. Vigilante, what's your edge against potential oil stock? We already talked about this one. James, you have 2 different lives going on. No, I got 9. Okay? But I have 2 on YouTube. You are right about that. Vigilante, we already looked at that. The music, Gen X. I love Gen X music. I think he's asking if you're hedging as oil prices go up. Nope, not at all. So I don't play that game. I want to sit in front of my computer for 10 minutes or less. That's it. Okay, I could sit in front of my computer longer and make more money. But you got to remember this. Okay, I could sit in front of my computer all day and make a ton of money. That's not a driving force for me anymore. Okay, my driving force is safety, predictability, consistency, and profitability. I'm perfectly comfortable with 1% every single week. I would prefer safety, predictability, and consistency over buying something and have it shoot to the moon. I have no desire for that because that doesn't happen every day. William Batch, Google's going to be a no. And the reason why Google's going to be a no is because they've only started paying dividends for the last 2 years. So they're like 18 years away. Okay, and Mr. Mike Drop, ZBCN is a crypto. Yep, no. Dr. Jason, thank you for the explanation. So the strategy is to buy enough to lower the price and sell another covered call. Well, yeah. Zenith AI, do I like bologna? Yes, I do. Got to be a good bologna, though, because some bologna just doesn't cut it. You know, they have some really good bologna and some that's just not. Mr. Mike Drop, NVIDIA, hell no. Now, Mr. Mike Drop, I'm going to show you something because you're relatively new here, and I don't want you to feel bad like I'm picking on you or anything. Okay? NVDA. I don't like NVIDIA. And the reason I don't like NVIDIA, it's got nothing to do with the company. Nothing to do with them at all. Okay? The stock price is $180 per share. Okay? Now you need to pay attention. Okay? $180 per share. That's the stock price. Okay? Here's your yield right here. The yield. Okay? If you think a VOO was bad, okay, hold on. If you think VOO was bad with 1.12%, whatever that was, okay, NVIDIA has a yield .02%. Do you understand 0.02%? Okay, that I don't, it boggles my mind. It does. 0.02% for the year. Hell no. Well, that's just my opinion. What the hell do I know? Okay, 0.02%. No. And the dividend, $180 for the stock. The dividend's 1 penny. Hold on, it actually gets worse. Okay? Let's take a look at the statistics. The statistics for NVIDIA. Okay. Revenue per share. Okay, so this stock, okay, NVIDIA stock, $180 per share. $180 per share. The revenue, that means the money coming in, revenue is $8.86. Think about it. The stock is $180, but it only has an $8 revenue per share. The reason I'm saying that, I'm going to show you something in a second. Okay, book value, $6.47. $6. You're paying $180 for a $6 stock. Okay, now some of you may not agree with me. Fine, dandy. The book value is basically everything the corporation owns: intellectual property, real estate, miscellaneous crap, the old microwaves, chairs, broken chairs, pencils, paper clips, everything. Everything. The value, $6.47 per share. You're paying $180 for a $6 stock. Let me show you something else. Okay, and this thing's what, 20 years old if you're lucky? Okay, this company here, General Motors, it's $72 per share. It's not the number, hold on. Hold on. Okay. General Motors, revenue per share. Okay, the share price is $72. Revenue, that's how much money they have coming in as opposed to the stocks that they have. $193 per share. The stock price is $72. The revenue is $193. Well, let's take a look at the book value. The book value is $67. And the dividend is a hell of a lot better than 1 penny. And so is the yield. So why are you putting your money into NVIDIA, 1 penny dividend, okay, $6 per share revenue, and a $6 per share, what do you call that damn thing? Book value. You like that one, mic drop? Okay. Tracy, you keep freezing. Sorry about that. Okay, so what do we have over here? Okay. We missed some of these questions. Okay, we looked at Cisco. We looked at BTI. Okay, Cyber Ninja wants to take a look at the Gap. We still got one more to come up with. We need one more stock to round us out. And the Gap. Ooh, take a look at this. The high, the low. Where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Down, up, down, up, down, up. I love that gap. Here's the top, drops down. Now she's jumping up at 23.25. The 23 is going for 66. That's more than 2%. If you like the gap. That's it. Do you like the gap? Well, let's find out. The last 30 days. Okay. 30-day high, 30-day bottom. Now she's going up. Simple. Okay, let's get rid of this. Let's do a covered call at 23.50, right there. One contract. Here we go. One covered call gap, 20 marks. It's this coming Friday. The 23.50 call option. Here's my profit. Here's my investment. Let's save this bad boy. Here we go. And right there, right there, right there, and right there, and right there, and here we go. This will be number 5 for the day. Woohoo! There it is. The Gap. One covered call, GAP, the Gap, 20 March 26. That means the option is going to expire this Friday. What does that mean? Well, I'm going to buy the stock first thing in the morning. I'm going to sell somebody the right to buy it from me for basically the exact same price I just paid for it. Okay? Then I'm going to collect $70. And my investment is only $2,200. Well, let's check out the rate of return with our calculator. Okay, if the profit is $70, my investment is $22.80. That's going to give me a rate of return of 3%. Think about it. The Gap. You either like it or you don't. It's actually that simple. You like it or you don't like it. You feel good about putting your money in there, or you do not feel good about putting your money in there. It's one or the other. Okay? So, 3%. Okay, I can do 3%. And that's it for this week. Or that's it for today. That's our 5 right there. Next, let's take some questions. What do we got? LK's Corner. Okay, we already talked about that. The 1.4 gigawatts. Yep, we already talked about that. Chevy. If GM stated their pension liability, it would be a sea of red ink. It probably would be. Okay, but that's not what we're looking at. We're looking at the stock price as opposed to the premium that they're offering. It's nothing to do about the pension and how they treat their employees. It may not be the greatest in the world, but do the numbers work in your favor? It's either yes or it's a no. Mark, Whirlpool is a monthly. We don't do monthlies. Sorry, Mark. All right, thank you for that. Vigilante, what about Target? Ooh, I love Target. Another dividend king. Okay, take a look. The high was last week. Now she's pulling back. Okay, pretty simple. 30-day bottom, 30-day top. Now she's dropping. So not today. Mark, Whirlpool is a monthly. No, Chevy TDG. I have no idea what that is. What is TDG? Transdime. Is that right? Transdigum Group. Yeah, hell no. Nope, I don't do monthlies. Weeklies only. LK's corner, those numbers will look way better by the end of the year. Yep, got that one. That's Diane, we already did Tesla. Okay, who was that? LK's corner. Yep, thank you for that. Diana, we already did Tesla earlier today. Scarlet Billionaire. Riot, I love Riot. I do. Okay, but it's not really doing anything. Okay? Down, up, down, sideways. Not really going anywhere. Okay, running gold. We already looked at Cisco. Enza's in the house. Woohoo! Kevin, how does Procter and Gamble look? Ooh, Kevin, I love me some Procter and Gamble. Ouch. Ouch. Kevin. Ouch. Take a look, Kev. Okay, we're at 159. Shoots up to 167 and drops down to 150. Up, down. Dropping at the moment. So not this week, maybe next week or the week after. All right, what do we have down here? Target, we looked at it. How about realty income? We already looked at realty income. That's a no. Enza, SMH. Why don't you like sideways? Just roll into the next week. Yep, Jonathan, I hear you. I have no problem with sideways. I prefer Mr. Mike Drop wants to look Micron. Hold on, sit tight. So, Jonathan, I love it when a stock goes sideways. I really do. But it has to be the right one. So, Mr. Mike Drop, Micron, huh? MU. Interesting. What do you think? 30-day bottom, 350. Shoots up to 450. That's a $100 increase. From the $100 increase, box down to 360, back up to 440, down to 360. Now we're up to 330. Okay, up, down, up, down, up. Do you think it can keep going? Before you say you think it can keep going, we were at 350. Now we're at 430. It's an $80 increase. 80 bucks. Okay, what do you think? 80 bucks, or is it going to be profit taking? Is it going to keep going up, or is it going to be profit taking? You either like it or you don't. You're right again. Thank you, Jonathan. Now, don't get me wrong, Jonathan. I love it when a stock goes sideways. But what stock is it that's going sideways? And is that one that I don't mind owning? Enza, SMH. Interesting. Okay, here's your bottom. Shoots up, bottoms out, back up, back down. Actually coming down, ends up. Okay, here was the bottom. She shot up. Now she's coming back down again. Sorry, kiddo. Butch, how you doing, Butch? Jordan, what's happening? Nice to see you, Jordan. Lamech is in the house. Okay, Lamech sent me a rose. Thank you. That was nice of you. All right, close Texas. You said, why not? Now, close Texas, don't take this the wrong way, okay? Anywhere between 5,000 and 50,000 people will come through these 9 different channels. 9 channels. So I'm live streaming on 9 different channels. Why not? Question mark means absolutely nothing to me. You have to fill in the rest of the gaps. Because why not to what? What question was it that you're saying why not to? Okay, so fill in the blanks a little bit so I can answer that question. My Music Gen X, ticker O. Yeah, no, that's O Realty. It's a monthly. No, thank you. Tom, Lisa, Coca-Cola. Ooh, what's going on with Coca-Cola? Dividend King Extraordinaire. Highs 82. Bottom is 64. Sideways, and then she shoots up, pulls back up again. What's going on the last 30 days with Coca-Cola? Here you go, last 30 days. 79.50 jumps up to 82, drops down to 76, back up, back down. Not really going anywhere. The 77s are going for not enough. Okay, 77, 79. The 77.50s are going for 84. You take that off of it, you're barely getting 1% on your Coca-Cola. Well, let's take a look at the 77.50s. Wait a minute. All right, why not sell cash secured put for 1%? Okay, mineral grade Cobra. I got no problem whatsoever selling cash secured puts, but you're new here, and I tell everybody the exact same thing. Exact same thing. I do cash secured puts, but here at night, for free, I give away one trading strategy. The trading strategy I'm giving away for free with no strings attached. Simple, safe, predictable, consistent, 1% per week. Okay, I got nothing against cash secured puts. I like them. Venom chassis war. Not quite sure what that means, but all right. Felton, how you doing? Alex Rodriguez. ¿Qué pasa, amigo? Ooh, Camilla Owens. Do you think Coca-Cola is a good investment for long-term investors? Coca-Cola has been around for 140 years. Do you really think they're going away? Seriously. It's a serious question. Okay, does it have longevity? Yeah, 140 years. Dividend king. Over 5 decades of consistent increased profits. So yeah, why not? Rodriguez, Alex, Pfizer, PFE. Interesting. Nice. Look what's happening though. Up, down, up, down, up, down, down. It's coming down at the moment. See? Up, down. Not at this moment in time. Load flow wants to take a look at Comcast, CM, CSA. Ooh, doggy. What happened here? What do you think? Down. No. Enza, didn't we look at SMH already, Enza? Doug Fryer, how are you today? Ooh, Kevin wants to take a look at Wally World. Gotta love Wally World. Whoops. Okay, Wally World. Here we go, Kev. What do you think? WMT, Wally World. Ooh, lovely, lovely, lovely. Check it out. High of the year, low of the year. Where was it? Where is it? Down, up, down, up. Simple. Do you see that? 5 things within 2 or 3 seconds. Okay? 5 things within 2 to 3 seconds. Here we go. The high, the low, where was it? Where is it? Up, down, up. That's it. That's the 1-year chart, broken down in less than 2 seconds. The high of the year, the low of the year. Where was it a year ago? Where is it now? How did it get there? It shot up and pulled back. Now it's going back up again. If you like Walmart, well, what's the last 30 days look like? The last 30 days looks something like this. 30 days ago was the 30-day high. She dropped, found the bottom, back up, back down again. Now she's going back up. Well, that kind of just makes sense. Going up, the 126s are going for 221. That's more than 1%. But we already got our 5 for today, so this one, you guys are going to have to write that one down yourself, figure that one out. Scarlet Billionaire Novo. Ooh, Calibri. Wants to take a look at MP. What is MP? Mattel Corporation. Interesting. It's kind of going sideways. Jonathan. Sideways. Okay, here's your bottom, here's your top. Up, down, up, down, up. Okay, just going sideways. Not really going anywhere. MP Materials. Scarlet Billionaire wants to take a look at Novo NVO. I actually have some NVO all over the place. Look at this thing. Okay, top, bottom, up, down. No, just doesn't look good. Okay, got a gap here. That baby should be filling. Okay, drops up, down. Doesn't really look that glamorous for next week. Hey, it's who? Who is saying AT&T and Seagate buy low? Absolutely. Let's take a look. AT&T. Oh, interesting. Take a look at AT&T. Okay? Down, up, down, up, down, up. Only 2 days up. 27.72. The 27.50 to go for 53. That's over 2% for AT&T. What was the other one? Seagate. STZ. Wait a minute. Oh, STZ. Okay. Top, bottom, back up, back down, back up. What's going on there? What's that? Okay. 30-day high, 30-day bottom. Now she's going up. The 150s are going for 245. That's more than 1.5% if you like that one. Okay. What do we have down here? We did Coca-Cola. Can you talk about SMCI? Sure I can. Mo Bread. Mo Bread likes SMCI. This is the part where we say, no, what the hell are you thinking with SMCI? Over to Yahoo Finance. I'll tell you why I don't like it. Okay, we're going to go over historical data because I want to know, is the company profitable or not? Okay, dividends only. And I want to see, oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Okay, SMCI has no dividends. So this is one of those grab in the dark, where's it going type scenarios. So why would I look at it? It's not doing what I want it to do. SMCI, no. No, no, and no. Sorry. Thank you, Scarlett. Freedom, thank you. Haynes, do you have a simple, easy course to teach us? Absolutely. Go check out the bio. Top left-hand corner, go to the website, check it out. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I just don't want to try to sell anything here. Hayes, why you choose dividend stocks only? Ooh, Hayes, that's a question I get every single week. And here is why I do dividend stocks only. Hold on. I'm just setting it up, make it easier for you so you know why. All right? So Hayes, you're relatively new here. And Hayes, the reason I know you're relatively new because only newbies ask me this question. People who've been here over and over and over again know exactly why I only do dividend stocks. Hold on. Reason number one, they are predictable. They are consistent. They do the same things every 90 days. Okay? Now, most dividend stocks pay a dividend once per quarter. January, February, March, first quarter. We're actually in the first quarter. April, May, June, second quarter. July, August, September, October, November, December, 4 quarters. So why dividend stocks? Okay? Now, what you have behind me is a calendar. We all know there's 365 days in the year, 52 weeks, 12 months, okay, 4 quarters. Each quarter has 13 weeks. 13 weeks. Each quarter. 13 comes to 365. Okay? So, as a stock is getting ready to pay its dividend, there's 4 dates to remember. Okay? Hayes, a dividend is a portion of the company's profits that the company gives back to us, the investors. We are the investors. We buy, we sell, we are investors. When we buy the stock of a dividend company, if the company is profitable, they give us a share of their profits. Now, I don't know about you, but I am 62 years old, meaning that my money has to come from somewhere. Okay? My very first Social Security check is supposed to be this month. It's $583. $5. $585. I put in 5 decades, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. 50 years I've worked. Okay? 5 decades, a half a century. I get $585 a month. Okay? I'm supposed to live off of that. So a dividend stock does the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. All right? So, March 26th. Tomorrow is the 16th. These little green dots right here, they represent companies that have consistently increased their profits. This particular list, 25 years. That's a quarter of a century. 25 years of consistently increasing their profits. So if I do a dividend stock, I'm pretty much guaranteed that my income is going to increase every single year, just on the dividends. That's it, just on the dividends. Hold tight for a second. Top left corner, there's a link to the website. Whoops, try this. Top left corner of the screen, there's a link to the website. Click on there, it's a whole bunch of stuff for you to shop away. All right, where was I? Right about there. Okay, nope, not that, not that, not that. Where are we? We're right about, yep, okay. So, 4 dates to remember on a dividend stock. 4 dates. So you ready? First date is called the announcement date. That's when the spokesman from the company comes out and says, good afternoon, everyone. This is James from Dividend Stock Talk. This is how much money we made this year. This is how you're going to get yours. Everything's going to look great. Everything's going to be wonderful. And you get your money this time. That's the announcement date. They just tell you how much they made and when you're going to get yours. Date number 1, the announcement date. Date number 2 is the important date. That is called the EX dividend date. That is the last day the stock trades before the dividend is paid. Dividend is a portion of the profits. Okay. Date number 3 is the date of record. To collect the dividend, you have to own the stock on the date of record in order to be eligible for the dividend. Date number 4 is basically the payment date. So, first date, they tell you what you're going to get. Second date, you have to buy the stock before that date. You have to own it on the date of record. And then this is when you get paid. So why dividend stocks? They're predictable, they're consistent, and they do the same thing every 90 days. So knowing when a stock is going to move, because they move just before the dividend. So if I want Illinois Toolworks, I'm going to buy it before the 31st. The 25th, the 18th, the 10th, the 20th, the 23rd, any day before the 31st to collect the dividend. But that's only half the battle, because knowing when a stock is going to move just before the dividend date, we know the stock's going to go up. So by knowing that, knowing when the stock is going to move allows us to do a simple, easy trade to capitalize on that information. That is why dividends only. Because they're predictable and I can manipulate it so that I win consistently. Granted, it's only 1%, but 1% every single week is over 50% per year. That's what makes for me. You drink and said, nope, I'm drinking herbal tea with honey, ginger, and cinnamon. So hopefully that made sense. Why only dividend stocks? Steven, hope your weekend was good. What do you have your eye on this week? Jimmy, Carnival Cruise Line. Let's take a look. Okay, CCL. Here we go. Drop. Here's the bottom. Here's the top. Here's the drop. Not this week, sorry. Now, don't get me wrong. I like Carnival Cruise Line, but not this week. Sorry, Jimmy. Vuk Vodka. F-E. What the heck is that? First Energy. No. 2 reasons. 1, I don't buy at the high, and I don't do monthlies. Rule 4, weekly options only. And so we looked at SMH. Okay? We looked at that already, Enza. Ooh. Pedro, Intel, INTC. I love Intel. I do. Muriel Gray Cobra, what are you looking for on the chart? What am I looking for on the chart? Newbie alert. Newbie. Okay. What am I looking for on the chart? Let's see if I can move this over a little bit, show you a little easier. You ready? This is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for 5 things. Every chart I look for, I start with the 5 things, and it takes me 3 to 4 seconds. 3 to 4 seconds. Are you ready? High, low, where was it? Where is it? What's it doing? Sideways, up, down, up, down, up. That's it. 3 to 4 seconds. That's the 1-year chart. After I take a look at the 1-year chart, it's either the high of the year right there, the low of the year right there. It's in between the high and the low. Now, I don't want to buy it if it's at the high, okay? And as she's dropping, I don't want to buy it there either. What I'm looking for is this. You ready? High, drop, bounce. Okay? 30-day high, 30-day bottom, bouncing up. That's what I'm looking for. How long does it take me? It takes me 3 to 4 seconds. Always start out with the 1-year chart. Okay, 1-year chart. High, low, where was it? Where is it? Down, up, down, up. Okay, that's the 1 year. Then we break it down to the 90-day chart, last 3 months. High, low, was, is, up, down, up, down. Okay, then I want to break it down on the 90-day chart, the last 3 months, patterns. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay, it's coming down at the moment, so I would stop there because there's no sense looking any further. But I would look at the 30-day chart next. Same thing. The high, low, high, low. Where was it? Where is it? This thing's just going sideways. That's it. James, Macy and Kohl's are down some. Do you still do covered calls? Absolutely. Why wouldn't I? So, mineral grade Cobra. Hope that made sense. Venom, Scott's Lawn. I have no idea what that means. Quantum Antenna. Hello, Terry. Yep, I got that one. Enza, thank you. Thank you. Ooh, done. Ooh, we're done with those questions. Those questions. All right. Walmart. We looked at Walmart. Down here. Oh, Mo Bread, SMCI. Hell no. We already talked about that one. Is it worth upgrading from iPhone 14 to 17? I have no idea. It would depend on what it is you're looking to get out of it. You're welcome, Enza. There, okay. Kevin wants to take a look at Kohl's. Terry, NBIS. Well, hold on a second. NBIS. Let's try this one more time. Whoops. NBIS. No. Who came up with that one? Terry. Why am I saying no to NBIS? You ready? Here's the top, here's the bottom, here's where it was, here's where it is. Watch this. Down, up, right there. Let's zoom into the last 30 days. You ready? There's your 30-day high. Friday. Yeah, no thank you. Up, down, up. Out of reach. No thank you. Kohl's. Kevin wants to take a look at Kohl's. KSS. Ooh, I like Kohl's. I really do. But here's the thing. Kevin, did you get that first Social Security check yet? Nope. Sometime this month. I'm going to take a picture of it and I'm going to frame it. Put it on the wall. This is what you get for 5 decades of working in the U.S. economy. 5 decades. Yeah. No, Pedro, we just did Intel. Okay, Intel was in the wrong place, but we just did look at Intel. Kohl's. Now, I love Kohl's, I do. Okay, I even have some Kohl's at the moment, but here's the top, dropping like a rock. You're right, it is dropping like a rock. However, I'm looking at the new bottom. Look at that. Thursday was the bottom. Friday was higher. De nada, senor. Okay? Thursday is the bottom of the year of the 30-day period. Friday is higher. It's a higher bottom. So could this be the turning point? It could be. I'm going to put it down for this week because I want to see what it does. We got 8 minutes left. Okay, SVM. Apologize. Oh, I apologize. SVM. What is that? SVM. Silver Corp Metals. No, I don't do monthlies. I thought I told you that. Jay Niles. I'm going to ignore that. Okay? And I looked at HEMS already. Fenny. Jay Niles. I have no idea what Fenny means. What about Oracle? We already did Oracle a little while ago. My Music Gen X said hi. Thank you. Hey, James. I found a good one for you. SLG. Okay. SLG. That's a no. Sorry, dude. I don't do monthlies. I don't care what you think about it. I'm not trying to insult you in any way, shape, or form. I'm not. I respect you and I appreciate your interaction. I really do. Thank you for sharing. However, I don't do monthlies. March, April, May, August, December, January. I don't do monthlies. The numbers just don't work in my favor. You like them, you do them. You ask my opinion, that's my opinion. And it's only my opinion. You may like it. And look, here's the top. She bottomed out. Now she's going back up again. If you like this company. For me, no. Because it just doesn't work. Terry, Coles has the earning on the 18th. Okay. What about, right, K-Van. Nope, not yet. Okay, so let's keep on going. K. Niles, Fenny. I have no idea what Fenny's supposed to mean. Fenny. Yeah, that means absolutely nothing. Prove I'm human. Jenny, Barrick Mining. You got to give me the ticker symbol because Barrick Mining doesn't mean anything to me. Okay, Jay Niles, TNUK. What the hell is that? TNUK. Tertis Nuclear Renaissance. No. SMH. We looked at that one. We looked at Ford. SPHD. Invesco. Oh, come on. No, I don't do monthlies. See, don't you guys do any research yourself? Oh, B. Okay. B. Barrick Mining. Interesting. Okay, why would I want something that's down, up, down, up, down? If you like it, keep watching on it. As soon as it finds the bottom and turns around, hey, maybe. The 4250s are going for 113. That's more than 2%. If you like Barrick Mining. I have no idea who they are. Agent RO, Plug, PLUG. Plug power. Woohoo! All right, here's the top, here's the bottom, here's where it was, here's what it is. I'm going to say no. The reason I'm saying no to plug power is this thing was below $1 last year. Okay, if it's below $1 last year, do you really honestly, do you think it has 2 decades of increased profits? Probably not. So why are we looking at it? Okay, Kevin wants to take a look at Mickey D's. MCD. Mickey D's. Mickey D. Here it goes, the top of the bottom. Where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. What's going on right here? What's this? What's this? There's something in the air. What's this? What's this? There's white stuff everywhere. Up, down, up. Oh, take a look at that. Maybe. Okay. 326, the 327s are going for 315, barely 1%, if you like it. Now, you really got to like it, okay? Because look at the motion. She is going up. Nick, T-Doc. What is T-Doc? T-D-O-C. Interesting. Okay. Top, bottom, down, up, down, up. What's going on there? Nope. Sorry. Oh, 3 minutes left. What else do we have? Hey, what child? Hey, there. What are your thoughts on Fundrise? You got to give me the ticker symbol. Okay? That's not something I buy normally. If it's not something I buy normally, it's probably going to be a no. Because I'm very particular where I put my money. That's it. Mike Cowdroy, good evening. Yarmela, can you give us top 5 solid stocks under $50 to buy and hold for retirement? No. Dividend Kings, Dividend Aristocrats, Dividend Champions, Dividend Contenders, and anything on Warren Buffett's list. Plant-based runner, BBWI, maybe. Ooh, CAG, that's Conagra. Okay. K-Van, what's up with the boats? Ooh, we went out to the boat this weekend. Putting in a couple new stereos. What else did we do? Cleaned up the sea strainers. That was fun. Going to take it out this weekend. Not this weekend, this Thursday. SLG, My Music Gen X. SLG. What is SLG? No, that's what SLG is. No. Nick, C-O-H-R. C-O-H-R. Current. Okay. No idea what current is, but she's actually coming off the high. Okay. So here's SLG. Okay. Here's the bottom of the year. Here's the top. She goes from $45 to $300. Now she's pulling back. That's a big jump. Now, think of it this way. Okay. Who came up with this one? Okay. My Music Gen X. Last year we're at $40. Okay. From there, we shoot up to $300. Now, is that enough profit taking for all of that real estate? Either it is or it isn't. Okay, the last 30 days. Okay, up, down, up, down. Not quite there yet. Pedro, in short, do you have anything in mind for tomorrow? Absolutely. SL Green Realty, I think it's a dividend. Okay. Yarmela, we'll have to take a look at AbbVie tomorrow. Comcast has a deteriorating business model. No thanks, may have shorted. All right, now Kenny, CMCSA, you're calling it a deteriorating business model. I'm not 100% sure what you mean by that. Comcast has over 64 million people paying them every single month. So I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. Yarmela, I'm new here. What is 1% you keep mentioning? Oh, you are new here. Can we take a look at TMUS? All right, Yarmela. You want to know what I mean by 1%. Okay. It's an easy one. All right, Yarmela, you ready for this? So, Yarmela, 1% of $100 is $1. That's 1%. 1% of 100 is 1. Now, if I get $1 off of my $100 investment every single week for 52 weeks, that's over 52% by the end of the year. That's what I mean by 1%. So every single Monday, I take a look at a couple of stocks that I like. Dividend Kings, Dividend Aristocrats, Dividend Champions, Dividend Contenders, anything that has a consistently increasing profit for at least 2 decades, 10, 20 years or more. So if a company has been consistently profitable for at least 20 years consecutively, that means from year 20 years ago, the number should be higher, 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 higher for 20 years. That's what I mean by consistency of profitability. Those are the only stocks I look at. And if they give me 1% every single week, at the end of the year, that's more than a 50% return. That's what I mean by 1% a week. Pedro, insured you have? Yes, I do. Terry, APLD. We have to look at it tomorrow. It's after 11, so no. K-Van. I was going to do a video from the boat this afternoon, but for some strange reason, I just didn't do it. I'll update you tomorrow. Roger, thank you. Peacemaker. So you started working at age 12. Yeah, see, back in the 70s, things were different. My very first job was in 1974. Old Man Simmons Farm. Okay, me and my buddy Bruce. Now, Bruce was a little older than me. He was the kid 3 houses up. See, I didn't live at the top of the hill. Okay, the Murphys lived at the top of the hill. Okay, then it was the Tubervilles, which was in the next house. We were the 3rd house from the top of the hill. Okay, Bruce was on the other side of the hill. So, would you share with us? Yeah, sit tight. So, Bruce was the first one to get the job with Old Man Simmons, and he said, "Hey, you have any other kids that want to work?" 12 years old. Sure, why not? So yeah, my first job was when I was 12, and I retired 3 years ago. So yeah. What about XEL? We'll take a look at it tomorrow. Why SoFi work for beginner? If you like SoFi. Now, see, I don't tell people what to buy, what to sell. Me personally, I wouldn't do SoFi. But there's a reason why I wouldn't do it. Ask me tomorrow. Okay, it's past 11. I'm usually done at 11. Excel Energy, Snake Anthony, tomorrow. Damien, what about SRE? Ask me tomorrow. Hello, who's that? AAXD1VC. Okay, hello. What's with the boats? Where did you get that one? So answered. So all the questions are answered. It's 11:04. Wonderful. So somebody wanted to take a look at what do we have on the list? Here we go. Here's the list for today or this week. Now, this is just the list we found tonight. No, they are not recommendations. No, they are not tips. And no, nothing like that. They are observations. That's it. Entertain and observe. That's all I do. What do we have? VFC, Altria, Cisco, Pepsi, The Gap. Huh. That being said, you guys have a great night, and we're going to do this all over again tomorrow.
Stars and dive into the
You guys have a great night. We'll do this all again tomorrow.
While the rest of us sleep. Your heart set on giving, no matter the strain. Building your legacy through love and rain. Julie knows that fire in your
Hey, Rich Scallion, what's happening? Pedro, you're welcome. Camp Road. Oh, well, that's a no. What the hell were you thinking? Your life is a yacht, keeps the daylight blinking. Every day's a gift, what's on disguise? With Stop.